Hello, my name is
Hi.
Tamara Hillary. It is currently 11:07 a.m. on December 1st, 2020. And first, I would like to thank you for participating and taking in the time and answering a few of my questions. So before we begin, I would like to ask for your consent of being able to video record this conversation.
Yes.
Thank you. So, the purpose of this interview is to gather insight and answer the question, what are Southern University students' attitudes toward the Southern University marketing brand? Or, in other words, how do Southern students feel about the branding of Southern University? Like any organization, branding is the main ingredient when it comes to making a great first impression and for distinguishing oneself from any other competitors. To give a few examples on how Southern brands itself would be the usage of the Human Jukebox Band, having Columbia blue and gold as the school's colors, the mascot being a jaguar, and even down to the font they use for Southern University's logos. The branding aspect is critical when needing to recruit potential students and also for keeping the ones they already have. Southern has a lot of components within the institution that they offer, but the effects on how they brand it is the main question that I would like to answer. So before we get started, I would like to ask you a couple of get to know you questions. So my first question is, what is your first and last name?
My first name is Danielle and my last name is Goodlow.
What is your major and or minor?
Currently, I'm majoring in business management and I do not have a minor.
What is your classification?
I'm a senior.
What is your age?
I'm 21.
Are you affiliated with any clubs or organizations on campus, and if so, which ones?
Yes, I am a member of the Collegiate 100 Black Women of Southern University, and I'm also a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So,
Okay. And are you currently employed?
yes.
All right. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm about to ask you my main research questions. And throughout the duration of the interview, I'm going to be taking notes on my phone as you speak. Okay, so for question number one, what aspects of Southern University made you want to enroll and become a student?
Well, what first drew me into Southern was all of the reviews that I heard about the College of Business. I knew in high school that business is what I wanted to go into once I got into college, and I have heard nothing but good things about Southern's business program. So initially, that's what drew me into looking into Southern to attend for my college career.
Mhm. And the reviews were mainly from word of mouth, or was it actually advertised by Southern? Or both?
Um, Initially, it was word of mouth. I heard a lot of good things from people who either knew people who went to Southern or people who actually attended Southern. And then once I decided to look into it, I started doing my own research, and on their website, the SUBR website, is where I found, of course, all of the information about the College of Business.
Okay. My next question. When seeing or hearing the hashtag We Are Southern, what does that phrase mean to you from your perspective?
Whenever I see or hear that hashtag, initially I just think of the collegiate family that Southern has. Some of the words that I think of when I see We Are Southern, the hashtag, are, like I said, family, united.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it just makes me think of, the bond that a lot of people build from going to Southern. And I just think of one big happy family.
Mm-hmm. And so, do you feel like being a Southern, you are a part of that family? Like you don't feel excluded or anything?
No, I feel like it's definitely, um, I feel like I'm a part of a family here at Southern. It's very, it has a lot of aspects of that a normal family would have, mainly like everybody helping one another, whether it's on campus or off campus, people graduated, it's like we all help each other and, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just like a real.
Right. Okay. Um, Moving on to my next question. The tagline for Southern University is Excellence defines us, pride sustains us, tradition guides us. Do you feel as though Southern's tagline lives true to its words? Why or why not?
Um, yes, I do think that Southern lives up to its tagline. I think it is known for having excellent programs such as, like I said, the College of Business and engineering programs and the nursing school. Very well known for being, higher achievement programs. Pride and tradition, I know Southern is a very, well, it's an older school, older HBCU. And
Right.
so a lot of traditions, that they had back when, is still around today. A lot of traditions that I was introduced to that I had no idea even, took place at Southern. So I
Mm-hmm.
definitely do think that its pride and its tradition keeps the school, going and running on excellence. So I do think that tagline is very prevalent in the school.
Right. Okay. Um, so for my next question, do you feel as though having a jaguar as Southern University's mascot is a good fit? Why or why not? And if why not, could you provide an alternative option and explain why that's more fitting?
Um, um, I would say, yeah, it's a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, I don't know, actually. That's a very good question. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think, I wouldn't say it is a good fit, and I wouldn't say it isn't. I feel like I'm leaning more on the it is a good fit side, I guess, because I don't know what else could take its place. But, I think Southern really takes pride in having a jaguar as its mascot. And yeah, I guess in a way it kind of does reflect some of um, Southern's, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
principles in a way. Because when I think of a jaguar, I think of, a very prideful animal. And like you just said, in Southern's tagline, they mention, how pride keeps the school going. And
Mm-hmm.
so, I guess the two kind of go together. So yeah, I would say Jaguar is a good mascot for Southern.
Right. Okay. Okay. Um, so my next question, what feelings do you get when you say I am a Southern Jaguar?
Um, when I say I am a Southern Jaguar, I feel a sense of pride. I
Mm-hmm.
feel very strong because I've definitely had some strong moments being a Southern Jaguar. I feel a sense of commitment.
Mm-hmm.
I feel a sense of school spirit, definitely. Um, yeah, overall, I think my strongest feeling would be a sense of pride because I know that Southern, the name Southern, holds a lot of weight
Mm-hmm.
in the world. And so, I feel very proud to say that I'm a Southern Jaguar.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, so my next question, which kind of ties in with the other one, give me your first three thoughts when you hear the name Southern University and A&M College.
The first three thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
um, I think of the College of Business.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing I think of, probably the Human Jukebox and the
Mm-hmm.
Dancing Dolls. And then the third thing would be Louisiana.
Gotcha. Okay. Next question. What do the colors blue and gold remind you of?
Blue reminds me of like royalty. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Gold probably reminds me of excellence. Well, I guess gold can remind me of royalty too. Just very high honor is what I think of when I see gold
Mm-hmm.
and blue.
And you feel as though those colors are very fitted for Southern.
Yes, I do think um, the colors fit Southern well.
Okay. My next question. How does Southern set itself apart from other schools?
Um, well, from my experience, um, going to Southern, I can say that Southern definitely has a lot of traditions that the school holds on to very tight.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of historic um, places on campus that I'm not sure if other HBCUs or just college campuses in general have, but from the campuses that I have visited, I don't really see other campuses take pride in like their historical buildings and, their traditions. Just like, for example, Pretty Wednesday for us. I don't know how long it's been going on, but I know it's definitely a tradition at Southern, unlike any other school that I've been to or heard of. The cafeteria, certain foods that they serve on certain days is a tradition. And, some of them have backstories that I've been told, that go way back to for years. So
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think the tradition is something that sets Southern or sets Southern apart from a lot of the other
Right.
campuses.
Okay. Okay. Um, Next question. What is one improvement you would add into Southern's marketing technique?
Um, One improvement that I would add into Southern's marketing technique. would probably be, I would probably adjust how active they are on social media,
Mm-hmm.
only because, I know they have different like Instagram pages, and I think they've merged onto Twitter, but they're not really, I don't really see them active.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I know that they have a Twitter or a Instagram page is because I've gone onto their page to find like event flyers or whatever it may be. But it's never really something that I just come across. I always have to go look for it.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can add something to their marketing technique, it would probably be, some sort of plan to become a little more active and interactive. I think interactive is a better word because, the students, you have to engage with the students in order for, a lot of us to know that they're there,
Right.
unless we just know from word of mouth. So I think the engagement can be better with between the pages and the students.
Okay. Next question. When looking on Southern University website, subr.edu, how do you feel about the layout? Is it attractive, student friendly, easy to navigate, etc.?
Um, yeah, I think the website is very student friendly. It's pretty easy to navigate. Everything is labeled. Um, it's easy to find whatever you're looking for. I think they have a feature where you can search specific keywords. I think that's very helpful for someone who may not know exactly where to look to find something. Um, so yes, I think the Southern University website is very well organized and easy to navigate.
Okay. And do you feel as though the website is like appealing and attractive?
Yes, every time I go on the website, they have pretty updated pictures of maybe events that currently is happening or past events, current students, or so usually a different picture every time I visit the website, which is pretty nice because it um, lets me know that they are actively updating the site and it's not just, neglected. So it's pretty
Mm-hmm.
appealing. Have no problems visiting the site.
Gotcha. Okay. My next question. What are your thoughts on how Southern University conducts its social media channels, such as on via Facebook and Instagram? Do they provide truthful information? Are there any spelling errors and are they consistent?
Um, from what I've seen, I think it's pretty consistent. I don't remember seeing any spelling errors or grammatical errors on the Instagram page. I don't have a Facebook, so I'm not sure about the Facebook page. But as far as Instagram, I think they're pretty consistent. I think they post for like events, pretty much every event, and it's very helpful for the holidays. Once people come home, they post like the checking out procedures for housing, and that's pretty helpful for me personally. Yeah, it's a lot of useful information that students will definitely find helpful.
All right. Okay. My next question. What is one branding tactic that Southern University does a great job in?
I think marketing the band is something that Southern does pretty well. Of course, they take a lot of pride in the human jukebox, the human jukebox, and I think they do a good job branding it because I always see like different videos. I know for one of the Battle of the Bands, they had like a whole production. Um, it was like a video kind of mocking the teams that they were going against, but pretty sure that video went viral, and it was just a fun, way to attract people to not only the human jukebox but the battle in general. So I think that was a pretty cool marketing tactic. Other than that, I see a lot of branding with the dancing dolls, um, a lot of pictures and Instagram pages and just social media pages in general.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, even around campus, pictures of the band or the dancers. Just, I think that's probably one of their strongest marketing
Mhm.
points.
Right. Yeah, I always see pictures of the band around campus.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Based on your major, which you stated earlier being business management, what are your feelings towards how Southern advertises its business programs?
Um, Honestly, I feel like Southern can do better with marketing their business programs. Um, it was easy. Yeah, it was pretty easy to find, general information prior to enrolling into Southern. But since I've been enrolled and attending the college, I don't really feel like their marketing for the College of Business has been real strong. I've walked around TT Lane and I'll see like flyers on the wall, but it
Mm.
seems very just like sloppy and just not consistent or, prideful, I guess would be a good word. Um, so yeah, I feel like if they put the same effort into marketing like the College of Business as they do the Human Jukebox, then there'll be a lot more involvement in the College of Business.
Right. Okay. My next question. On a scale of 1 through 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best, how would you rate Southern's image of professionalism and explain why you chose that rating?
Mm, Southern's image of professionalism.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, I would rate it. Um, do you want this from like a outside point of view or me being a student point of view?
You being a student.
Like, okay, well, I would rate it like a 5, only because like, well, I asked that question because from the outside looking in, it looks Southern looks like a, pretty professional school. Like I said, the website is pretty updated, and when if you're not attending the college, that's kind of all you can go by. But being a student here, I see firsthand how things are ran, like financial aid and, just being on the campus, dealing with the different departments. that aspect, I've seen that it's not, really the most professional.
Mm-hmm.
So I would rate it a 5 out of 10 because Southern can definitely do better with the way they handle certain situations and the professionalism among or throughout the entire campus
Right.
regarding different departments like housing and financial aid and whatever else. But on the outside looking in, they do a pretty good job keeping the website updated and professional looking, as well as their social media.
Mm-hmm. And my final question, do you feel as though Southern University's student leaders set a positive representation for the school? Why or why not?
Yes, I think Southern student leaders like members of SGA, Greek Life, other organizations, I think they do a pretty good job with representing the school. Um, from what I've seen, they're always interactive on social media, being as though, majority of them are among the same age. And we all know where social media is, pretty relevant right now
Mhm.
amongst all of us. That's basically our main form of communication, is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yeah, so they're very interactive on social media. They're pretty much all informative of what's going on campus. They represent Southern well. Um, I never see any of the student leaders getting into drama or just representing Southern in a bad light. So yeah, I would say overall they do a pretty good job representing Southern
Mhm.
well.
Alrighty. Well, those are all of the questions that I wanted to ask you. I want to thank you again for taking the time out of your day to help answer a few of my questions.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you.